Alright, we'll set the LED assembly aside for right now, and we'll come in and we need to remove this little red wire from the socket. And it's real easy. It's just pushed in there. There's a little plastic cap, there's a little spring in there, and this wire just pulls straight out of there. So we can get rid of the little plastic retainer and the little spring, and those are garbage. So right now we need to come in and remove the little receptacle, the incandescent light receptacle, from this primary plate. And the way it's attached there, it's sort of flanged over. It's kind of a flange fit. And what I'm going to do is take an angle grinder and grind that little flange out, and then I should be possibly with my fingers. I've been able to do it before with my fingers, but certainly with some pliers, kind of wiggle and get the little receptacle removed from this piece of metal. Alright, so back here I took the grinder and I ground on that flange a little bit. That should soften it up. If you wanted to, you could actually just take a cutoff wheel and cut right along this edge and cut off this little tab with the barrel and everything. I'm not going to do that. It's just a little bit of extra work. No, it's not much extra work actually, but that's not the way I did it. So just grab this little barrel thing with some pliers and kind of start wiggling it a little bit. See if we can get that to pop loose. It's coming a little bit. There it is. So we got that off. Now we'll come in here and we'll get this straightened out. Alright, we're going to take this little flange that we kind of mangled up a little bit, and we're just going to hammer it flat. So get that pretty well straightened out. That's certainly flat enough for our needs. So now we need to come in here and bend our first flange into this piece of metal here. And I'm just going to go roughly off of this line right here, straight across to over here. And I'm going to use my sheet metal brake. If you have just a vise, you can do that. You'll see me do that here in a minute. But for the first one, I'm going to use a sheet metal brake. And this is how, it's this orientation right here that this plate fits into the light bucket. So this first bend needs to go down. So let me put it in here, turn this upside down. So that's our first flange. Now we need to make our second flange.